Wake up in the morning and pump your chest a little bit. Let's go. That's a little Matthew McConaughey right there. Ooh, ooh. What is he doing? The Wolf of Wall Street. But anyways, listen. Yo fam, Coach Sam with Strong Gents Coaching, and right now I'm uploading a podcast that I just did with Coach Tom. It's going to be up tomorrow, but in that podcast we touched upon a subject that's actually kind of near and dear to my heart. It has to do with the mindset change I had from my early 20s to now, and what I was saying in the podcast, which you can go listen to. You can look up Strong Gents on Spotify or iTunes, and it'll be Motivation with Coach. That's going to be the title, or something along Motivation with Coach Tom and Sam. But what I was saying in the podcast that I want to talk to you about was I was saying how even now, later on in my late 20s, I still repeatedly get punched in the face by life. Every year there's something new that happens, a new challenge that's usually even greater than the last. And in my earlier 20s, what I used to do when I was faced with a challenge was actually crumble for the most part. I mean, I was okay sometimes depending on the degree of the challenge at hand, but a lot of times when something really stressful happened in life, I would shut down essentially. And I think a lot of people do that. They shut down. They end up putting themselves inside, hiding away in depression and anxiety, and I did exactly that. And now I don't do that now. I used to always say, like, why me? Like, why is this happening to me? Like, why do I have to take so much crap in life? And I would blame others or blame the world, and it was just a bad place to be in. It was so bad to the point where, I didn't want to, be here anymore, whether it was going to be by natural circumstances or my own circumstances. And that's a serious, I'm being completely transparent with you. That's where I was at the time. A reason was of why I was in that position, okay, was because I was dealing with physical issues. It took a decade to get diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disorder, which causes a lot of physical pain, fatigue, and neurological symptoms, so on and so forth. And I went from doctor to doctor in my early 20s, and they had no answer, and they were saying, it's all in my head. And it turns out it wasn't in my head. So that had a lot to play with the anxiety and depression, but also just dealing with life stressors. That was a huge one at the time, but dealing with breakups or career things, so on and so forth. Just feeling, like the feeling of getting punched in the face, I used to shut down, and it wasn't good. And I'd be detrimental to myself and the people around me in those situations. And now it's completely changed from why do I have to take so much crap in life, to the mindset switch now is, how much crap can I take in life and still succeed? Like, I'm so motivated to see how much I can withstand in life and still get done what I want to get done. And that switch, that mindset switch to me was so powerful, because it has put me in a position where no matter what happens to me, I'm going to keep going, because I promised that was a little Mike Tyson right there with the promise. Jesus, sorry, Mike. Don't punch me in the face. A little lisp action there. I made a promise to myself that no matter what happened, no matter how hard life got, I wouldn't stop doing what I was called on this earth to do. And to me, that's coaching people to be their best self in terms of health and fitness and psychology and motivation, so on and so forth. That's what I do. That's what I'm bred to do. My dad's been doing it his whole life, and now I'm doing it in a different capacity. And so I made a promise that I wouldn't fold under those pressures anymore. That doesn't mean they're not stressful. It doesn't mean I don't struggle. That doesn't mean I don't have my own personal issues. It means that I don't stop doing my main responsibilities that I need to get done. Other things may suffer when I'm going through something difficult like that, but my main responsibility is like going to work and make sure I get my work done. Like, I won't stop those things no matter how many times I get punched in the face. And I get punched in the face a lot. Every time I've been punched in the face, it's worse than the year before. And maybe you're someone who could relate to that. I'm not too sure. I don't know you. I don't know who's watching this video. But I have changed my mindset, and the way I handle that now is I don't care. I don't ask anymore, like, why is so much crap happening to me? I say to myself, I want to see how far I can get with how much crap is put on my plate. I don't care how many times I get punched in the face. I care about how many times I keep taking a step forward. It's a little like Rocky-esque right there, right? Like, come on now. Everybody loves Rocky Balboa. Like, in my early 20s, I struggled with relationships in the past. I struggled with, figuring out what I want to do and who I want to be, because I didn't think I was going to be here for a long time. And, it's very detrimental. You make some bad decisions. I made bad decisions. I wish I could go back and change, but I can't. I made decisions based off the circumstances I was living in at the time. I thought I was a goner, basically. Like, I knew there was something physically wrong with me. I just didn't know what it was, and no one was listening to me, and it put me in a bad spot. And I always played the victim role during that time, and I wish I can go back and change it, but I can't. But what I can do is, from now on, just reiterate to myself that it's not about life throwing crap at you, because it always will. It's not about, like complaining about the crap that life throws at you, because it's just nonstop. It's about how much crap can you take and still succeed. That's how I look at things now. That gives me fire on the inside. Now when an issue presents itself, I'm a little bit more fired up to see if I can conquer it, because I want to see how many challenges can present themselves to me in life and overcome it. I think when I reach my deathbed, that is something glorious, to be able to look at how much he went through and still succeeded in his own way. Whatever I choose to do, whatever somebody else chooses to do, if they can get it done while withstanding a lot of stressors and a lot of punches in the face from life, that's badass. That is way more badass and way more gratifying and way more glorious than somebody that was handed everything and had a very easy life. I don't want that life. I want the challenge, baby. So I urge you to stop sulking in the why me, the woe me, I always get punched in the face, this always happens to me, blah, 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 blah. I was there too. I did the whole thing, right? So I'm not there anymore, so I can help you get out of that. And what you got to do instead is accept the challenge of life, baby. Accept it. Wake up in the morning, pump your chest a little bit. Let's go. That's a little Matthew McConaughey right there. Ooh, ooh. What is he doing? The Wolf of Wall Street. But anyways, listen, you really got to make the mental switch, right? You can just continue to sit down on the couch or lay in your bed and play the victim role, or you can get up and stand tall and take these punches and keep going forward. You can do that. I'm doing that. I want to see how much I can take, and I think everybody should see how much they can take in this life. Now, do you go searching for problems? No. I try and stay away from them. But they always end up on your plate, and for some reason, for me, they always end up bigger than the last time. So I hope you got something out of this video. That is just a mindset switch that I've had from my early 20s to my late 20s. And I think it's beneficial for you guys to hear that. So if you have any questions, or if you want me to cover any topic, you can email me at stronggentscoaching@gmail.com. Don't forget, the motto here is train your life to change your life. You can train little aspects of your life every single day in order to make a grand change in your life for the better. Until next time, gents, peace.